The old Disco has been around since 1989 and has remained very popular, even though there are far more sophisticated and better built machines on the market. For a car that's seen in cities as much as on farmers' fields, it's got a terrible turning circle, drinks fuel, and it's got pretty vague steering. But over the years, Land Rover has gradually improved things, especially now that parent company Ford is writing the cheques.
The one great thing about Land Rover is that they don't forget their roots. So when they come up with a new vehicle, no matter how sophisticated and how appealing it is in terms of status and everything else, they don't forget that it actually does have to perform in the rough. And although they know from their market research that a lot of people who drive the vehicles never even get the tyres muddy, they know that those people need to know that if they do take it out into the moorland and the bogs and everything else, they're going to get through it.
Unlike some of the designer soft roaders out there that will cry if they get their tyres muddy, the Discovery doesn't mind doing what it does best, discovering over rocks, up lanes, fording streams. Try to break it and it just comes back for more.
It came at a time where everything was getting sleeker and smoother and more stylised in a very slippery, smooth, sort of continuous lines kind of idea. And suddenly this square, boxy, very utilitarian looking car came out. And everybody thought, what a relief this is. We do not have to look like the person next to us and the person behind us and the person in front of us anymore. Here is something that I can be a little bit individual with.
The brand new Mark III Land Rover Discovery dismisses almost all the criticism of the previous models. The original Discovery was built on the chassis of the Mark I Range Rover, so was heavily compromised in many areas.
Well, the Mark III Discovery is really following the trend set by the Range Rover. When you think the Range Rover introduced in the very late 60s, early 70s, it was a very basic vehicle. Mine, in those days, had vinyl seats and rubber mats. And then the Range Rover became more sophisticated. The leather came in, you know, the polished wood, the stereo systems, you know, and the price went up and up and up, and it became a luxury vehicle. And I think it's a bit sad, really, that Discovery is going down the same path.